What's up, squirrels? We're here today in the Smokies. We've got a huge blowdown right here.
Oh, we are so below the river here. It rained hard.
I'm hurting. Ugh.
All right, big blowdown. Officially out of water.
Yep.
We have cavalry, so you can tell the blood sugar is strong. We found our water supply.
We're saved! There, we'd be really confused. Here we are.
The before shot. When we're all still happy.
Hopefully I'm not chewing this gum by the time we're done.
Hopefully not. We're at Mount Sterling Trailhead. We're going to do 2 nights, 24 miles-ish in Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
24 miles?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I lie to you about that?
No.
All right, let's do it. Uphill. All right, we're about 20% there.
Yep.
That's a big pile of poop. The vegetation is changing.
Indeed. It's also getting rockier.
Yeah, it is getting rockier. And right here, rootier. Hey, I got an odd question for you.
Yeah?
Shortly, I don't know, maybe about a third of this last push, did you go through a section where there was like an odd, acrid, almost vinegary smell for a bit?
I didn't smell it, but it was a very wet section.
Yeah, there was something. I just couldn't place it.
I don't know.
The plant life is just completely different now. Yeah. All the mosses and furs, excuse me. Smells like Christmas. Surprising amount of water way up here. Oh yeah, dripping off of those rocks.
We're already higher than a few peaks.
Oh yeah. I think this is looking back east.
I think that checks out, yeah.
Kind of across I-40 over towards Asheville area.
Yeah. The ocean's over there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty.
It's getting more and more scenic as we get higher.
Yeah, the Trillium down low we're done, but these seem to be at peak.
Don't you just want to lick it? More beautiful than all nature.
What, food? Sugar?
Freeze-dried mango.
Sweetness. All right.
Elevation?
What's that?
What's our elevation?
I think it's about 56 here.
Okay. Half a mile, 200 feet, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
where we're going tomorrow.
Exactly.
Very welcoming.
Yep. Douglas. It's a little wobbly. Douglas. Just give a sense of how tight it is up
Yeah.
here.
hold on to this because it's an antenna.
Yeah.
It would have voltage in it.
I think that would be a big safety problem.
Yeah.
There's where we'll be hiking tomorrow. That you can get, right?
Yeah. Going down is worse.
I know. Through the hole. Yo.
You put too much, what was it, shrimp juice in there?
Shrimp juice. Too much shrimp juice in the curry. You gotta let it boil off.
It's gonna be good though.
I mean,
I can smell it.
Everything's better with a little extra shrimp juice.
Mmm. Ice cream, shrimp juice.
Oh yeah. Cheesecake.
Delicious combination.
Wrapping up day one here. We think this was probably our toughest day in terms of, you know, climb per mile. We had 2,000 feet up in about 2.5 miles. It was pretty steady and pretty grueling, but we made it. Had some good Thai green curry for dinner. That went well, although it was too dark to show you much of it. As we were cooking, the wind started to pick up, and we started to get clouds whipping through, you know, at treetop level, and then we'd get gusts that would be even lower and lower, a little bit of fog here and there. Now we've got persistent thunder and lightning off to the northwest. So based on the wind direction, that would be coming this way, but hard to say really. But we elected not to do anything with a fire, but just get cozied up and make sure we're going to be dry tonight. So tomorrow's a long day. We're going to get just hunker down a little early and enjoy the night. See ya. Hash browns and eggs. I'll throw some veggies and cheese in there too. This is my first time using the Opa Easy egg crystals. But you know, other than being a little orange, they scrambled up pretty normal, just like eggs. So let's see how this works. I'm optimistic. Phase 2. Bacon, onion, and pepper in the left, and hash browns and eggs in the right. The final product, without cheese. I left the cheese to individual taste.
Nice.
I want your opinion on the fake eggs.
They actually taste like eggs. They aren't like, they're not like gritty.
No.
I'm pleasantly surprised with them.
Yeah. So we wound up sharing our campsite with 4 other people last night. 3 of them were down here together, and they took off fairly early this morning. And then one other guy who's been in his hammock the whole time we've been here. Don't know who he is, what he looks like, but he's clearly not a mass murderer, so we're okay. Today is about 14 miles, all level across the ridge and then down, so we ought to be able to make good time, which is good because we're late, but we will get moving here shortly.
We didn't have a time. We're not late.
Well, that's a good point. We're not like on a particular schedule, except to find water and beat the sunset. So we ought to be able to do those still. On the road again. Yep. So we're 14 miles, mostly level and down. One of our primary missions is water. It's one of the disadvantages of sleeping on top of a mountain is there's no water up there. So we used almost all that we had. We brought 5 liters up between the two of us. And you saw we had pretty intense meals because we like to eat out here and eat well. So yeah, we got to find a spring. And at least the first 3 miles or ish are along this ridge top. So not likely we'll find anything before then. But if we're lucky, as we loop around under the summit of Big Butt Mountain, maybe we'll see some springs like we did on the way up here. Anyway, off we go. I was just commenting about how I'm surprised there's not more damage up here. And here come a couple of blowdowns. But still, Hurricane Helene came raging across this ridge. It's not nearly as not pretty as I thought it might be. So we just came around the corner and Douglas saw what he thought was a bear, and then he realized it had a flipping tail. There are wild pigs up here. We just saw a big one run off the trail down the hill to the right. We must be alert for pigs. Wild warthogs, mountain warthogs.
I'm surprised they made it all the way up here with their short little legs.
That guy got out moving quick.
Yeah, he did.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Douglas just said if we hadn't seen pigs earlier, we would be really confused by this.
You could have just asked me to say it again, you know.
Go ahead, say it again.
If we hadn't seen the pigs earlier, we'd be really confused. .8 miles.
To what?
That's how far we've come.
Oh. We found our water supply. Pig wallow water. Big blowdown. And the ground's all torn up by pigs through here too. What'd you say, fresh?
Yeah. The wood is still wood colored.
Yeah. Officially out of water?
Yep.
I've got about half a cup left maybe. We got a mile to the nearest creek, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Should put this back.
Yep.
We're saved!
Blessed water. I feel like I should say we carried 5 from the trailhead, but with the climb we'd each drank a liter, so we're only 3 up at the top.
Yeah.
And we came out with about 1 total this morning, so
And
not
now
as
I'm
bad.
At 0.
I'm just about at 0. It's not as bad as what I said before, like implying we went through 5 whole liters just at camp. We didn't do that. Okay, but now we got water. Let's fill up. Nice and quick.
It's the nicest one yet.
close to 6 miles in now, and we have reached the Balsam Mountain Trail. So leaving Mount Sterling Ridge, headed south down, I think we're going to take a break here at Laurel Gap Shelter. Here we go. And Douglas turned this corner and said a grouse just ran across the trail in front of him. We heard one before, drumming off in the woods, shortly after we saw the boar. And then we heard what we think, well, we couldn't tell if it was a group of deer or a group of boar, pigs running around down, you know, off the hill next to us. We were out of sight. We never did see anything moving, but a lot going on up here. It's pretty cool. We're still at 5,500 feet or so. Haven't lost much elevation overall, but I think starting here we start to trend down. We've got about a 2,500 foot drop down into the valley where we're going to camp tonight at Pretty Hollow. Nice little spot.
Yeah, got even a little fireplace.
Oh, that's cool. All right, break time.
Yes.
It's an arch. Goes all the way through.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's like an ear over here.
Oh, wow. It does have an ear.
It's a funky tree.
Very funky. It's cool. Oh, look, it's connected to that one over there, too.
Oh, wow. I wonder what happened to this tree to make it like this.
I don't know. It's wild. Beach Gap.
Nice.
We're fueled up on tuna and pesto. Watery pesto.
Yeah.
Because we were too lazy to cook it and like thicken it up.
Yeah.
But
it's still good.
We have calories, and you can tell the blood sugar is strong.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
The energy boost is strong. Those calories will kick in any second now.
This is protein. It's like medium length, like medium time.
Yeah. Not like sugar.
Not like sugar.
This is labeled as a bald. It's more of a thinning than a bald. Look at all the trillium. Can you get around over there?
Yeah, I think it's easier the other way. That's fun.
Think that's easier than just going up and around?
I don't want to go up.
I'm gonna give it a try. The blowdowns are definitely becoming more frequent through here, the lower we get. I guess I should probably point out, we're hiking in the spring after Hurricane Helene came through. And the Cataloochee Valley that we're descending into was one of the hardest hit areas. So everything we know, I mean, everything's still open where we're going. The last quarter mile of trail before we get to our campsite is apparently washed out, but campsite's open. So So we may have to do a little bushwhacking there. But yeah, blowdowns are what we're seeing though. Is it's interesting. There's some recent blowdowns as well. Like the trees were weakened, didn't quite come down during the storm, but have come down since. So hopefully it won't get too bad. I got to admit, it's better shape than I thought it was. I figured we'd be seeing lots of you know, matchsticks, just lots of trees down all over the place, but it hadn't been horrible.
We're gonna be eating good tonight.
Tasty looking, huh? Okay. Next intersection, we're out of the woods and onto a little road. I had originally planned this trip starting at one of the trailheads on the road, and this little 0.6 mile stretch along the gravel was a necessary evil to close the loop. But then we decided to flip the trip, A, so we didn't have to climb so much at any one time, and B, so that we could get into the trail quickly, and C, because the campsite up on Mount Sterling, we had to go there first because it was booked other nights. So anyway, I think this works out, but long and short of it is we got to walk down a road a little bit to close the loop, but at least it's a gravel road.
Yeah, and it's flat.
Yeah, so far.
I'm here too, by the way.
We can see you. Hi.
Hello.
I know we can't see him on the GoPro, but it looks like there's a mom and 2 cubs down there, black bears.
Bears.
Can you see them?
Yeah,
They're going on down the hill away from us.
that's good.
Mom and 2 cubs.
Happy they're not coming up here.
That's cool. No, they're going down to the creek where we're going to be here in a few minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Guess this explains why there's so little traffic on this road. All right, back on the trail, Palmer Creek. Pretty Hollow Gap is where we are headed to camp.
Yep. Well, it's the trail, and then we go up the trail a little bit.
Quarter mile, it's not that far, yeah. All right. Another hovering worm.
Yep. A little higher. Left.
Oh, there he is. Hovering worm, flying worm. Hear the river, it's really raging down there. We just got back down to the elevation where the car is. We're camping 800 feet below that, so we got a ways to go down this valley. Blackberry bushes. Did we just walk across it?
Kind of have to, right?
Yeah.
I have more pairs of socks.
What's that?
I have more pairs of socks.
Yeah, I'm worried about my boots drying out.
That's true.
Well, then what are you going to do with that deep stretch over by the log?
Go back there. Or maybe we can go over the way.
How about downstream?
Yeah, let's try that.
Is there a way across?
What?
Is there a way across?
I mean, you can do that.
Yikes. That's a big leap. What?
With this tree in the way, it's not very promising.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can get there, buddy. Can you get out onto that one, maybe? Over here, left?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to get there. I think we might be better off just waiting it up here.
Yeah.
It's awfully deep. You think maybe you can go across there and then back?
That was my first thought, yeah.
Careful.
Whatever.
You want to come downstream here because that gets deep.
Really?
Keep on coming. You need a pole?
Maybe?
Here. Brace yourself. Oh, glory be. The bridge is here. Pretty hollow gap. You about had it?
I'm hurting. Ugh.
All right. The campsite is just up this trail.
Yeah.
And they told me that this trail was washed out up to the campsite. Apparently that is not true.
Yeah. Looks nice.
But there might be some issues, but hopefully not.
There probably will be some if they said so. But
Well, it also goes way back that way too. You
that's
know?
where we're going tomorrow.
Hey Douglas, right and all the way around it. No? We're losing light. So I just wanted to say we hurt,
Yeah. That's true.
but we're gonna cook dinner, and then we're gonna feel better,
It's gonna be great.
and then we're gonna go to bed.
fire.
Yeah. It rained hard from about 3:30 to 7. Thunderstorms and then just heavy rain for hours. The creek here where I just got my water is at least 8 inches higher, and that's a big creek. So we've got a few to cross getting out of here. In all likelihood, we're going to be wading. Everything's wet, of course, so long day ahead. All right, onward. We're about an hour earlier than we were yesterday, a little bit more. We decided to skip breakfast, eat snacks instead, and we want to get some miles under us, get these creek crossings done, because that's going to be the worst part of the day, and maybe eat on the top of the first rise of the morning. We've got 800 net to go up today, back up to the car, but we do that in a series of climbs. I think we've got 2,500, 2,600 total climb overall today, so a good long hard sleep seems to have done us well. I said a good long hard sleep seems to have done us well, because we're all wet and sort of miserable in that regard, but the muscles are, I won't say they're not a little sore, but they at least want to work again, so that's a positive.
What's up, squirrels? We're here today in the Smokies. We've got a huge blowdown right here. That's what you do, right?
It's not what I do. Oh great, we come out right into a briar patch too.
Yeah. We made it.
So far. Ugh. Not sure what this was. Railings to stairs is our best guess, but I'm wondering if the trail used to be, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Oh, we are so below the river here. What'd you say?
I guess that's why this is the river now.
Yeah. All right. We're at Little Cataloochee. We were concerned we had some significant creek crossings, but
There was a bridge.
there was a bridge for the one of them, so I think we're in good shape. Let's hope Little Cataloochee doesn't have any surprises in store. But now we go up. Got to go 1,000 feet over the next 2 miles or so. It's amazing how quick the sound of the creek dies away. My pack is heavy this morning. We've eaten almost everything at this point. Of course, we've got a little bit of trash, but still, I think the problem is I'm probably carrying 5 pounds extra water weight just from the wet that was in my tent and on the rain fly. I did stay dry all night, even though the rain was pounding. We had drizzle starting at 3:30, hard thunderstorms starting at 4:30, and then after the storms ended, it just kept going till 7 or ish. But now it's beautiful, blue sky. Everything's wet underfoot. You can hear me squishing here. But it's a pretty morning. Everything's green and popped, you know. So, doing good so far. So that structure we saw washed out before, we think this is what it is. You can see the side rail here, and then steps and water bars. So we think that wasn't necessarily washed out or knocked over, just got all of these rocks and dirt scoured out of it. And that was all that was left. That's our guess. Nice job. That's a deep hole there too. We're at a gap in the ridge. 1,000 feet down of the 26 we need to do, so we're going to push to the bottom of this. We'll be over halfway done. That'll be a little morale booster. It's pretty up here though.
I'm not a horse. I'm thinking about going past this point.
Yeah. A cabin in the woods. Ooh, front porch is a little bit caved in.
A little bit.
Is the door open?
Yeah. Is it upstairs?
Huh.
There's a fireplace. It's a nice cabin.
Yeah. I wonder how many people lived here and for how long.
Yeah.
Just not expecting this to turn into a dirt road. Oh, turkey. Turkey. But, yeah, looks like this was the access road to come up to the cabin. This is... I want to know more about this little community that's back here.
Yeah, me too.
The Hannah cabin is up in the woods.
It is interesting that none of these are marked.
Yeah, they're not on my map at all. I don't know why. Little Cataloochee Baptist Church. Cook cabin.
This is where the Hannah Cemetery is.
We were at the Cook cabin. Mount Sterling 6.
We aren't going all the way up there.
Nope.
It's more like 4, right?
If that. I think we're at about 6 here. We're heating leftovers. Hannah Family Cemetery. Reckon that's Sterling up there?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's where we started.
Yeah, looks like it.
Glad we don't have to climb up that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done.
Yep.
Just gonna rest there a minute.
My legs are... I need to give them a nice stretch at some point.
All right.
Sorry, the opportunity was just too good.
I know.
You made it.
Whew. I think I'm gonna try up again. Yep. Good luck to you. Man, what a mess. Mmm. Tasty.
Pretzels.
Pretzels. There's a lot of spooky trees out here. This is our last creek crossing, I think. Well, I was wrong. There's always one more. Look at that water slide.
Looks bumpy.
And it ends in a stick. It's the last uphill push. And blow down every 50 feet or so. So that's fun. We're almost there. Woohoo! We've closed the loop. Now all we have to do is go down this trail to the car.
Oh, my legs. My calves are gonna kill me.
Your calves are gonna kill you?
Yeah, because this is all downhill.
Yep. We can do it. Not much farther.
Yep.
How much far does it say?
Half a mile.
Okay. 25 miles-ish. 2 nights camping at Mount Sterling and Pretty Hollow. Bridge washouts, blowdowns everywhere. What kind of wildlife did we see here, Douglas? We got wild boar, 5 bears, turkeys, grouse, chipmunks and mice, we'll count them too. Bunches of birds, obviously. Salamanders, millipedes galore, snails. I'm getting smaller and smaller here. A lot of wildlife. It was a good trip. And lots of pretty wildflowers and fungus and yeah. So this was tough. I think, let's see, quick math, probably about 8,000 vertical.
That sounds right.
Cumulative, 8,000 climbing. So, and the same amount descending. But you know, we were up on top of a mountain for the first night. We were down in a raging creek valley the next night. Lots of water. Different biomes, if you will. Had you know, dark fir forests and then rhododendron thickets and everything in between. It was very cool. But we're both tired. We've worn ourselves out.
I hope I can use the pedals.
And Douglas hopes he can work the pedals in the car. I hope so too. But yeah, good trip. I'm glad we did it. Get out there. And we're back out at Mount Sterling Road. And the mighty Buick is still here. It didn't drive away or get towed away or any of that. Woohoo! Good trip.